All right.
All right. So the fellas will be here in a second.
We are having a little some tech issue. Let me see here. Let me see here. He says he's in, but he's not. Okay. There we go. There we go. Hey, baby boy, we live. Free Keith, we live. I'm just sitting here. I was gonna chop it up, man. You got all your stuff ready?
Yeah, I'm straight.
Okay. So we live. I was just gonna sit here and chill out.
Yeah.
For
We
for
should. We should. We
oh,
should be sitting here chilling out. We should be chilling out. Like I've been telling people. Like we should have been chilling. It's
okay.
time to chill.
All right. So I'm gonna wait for GI a little bit before I key our intro, man, and let y'all rock. But Free Keith, don't be nervous, bro.
Don't be nervous. Why should I be nervous? These are the days that I foretold.
Oh, jeez.
Why would I be nervous?
Like sands in the hourglass. These are the days of our lives. Okay, I got you. I got you.
I'm not nervous as I am excited.
Okay. Bro, I ain't even gonna hold you. So for those just not tuning in, I am not the Ghetto Intellect. I'm Uncle Freezy. And I'm in a spot with the creator and co-producer of Knicks Freestyle. we just chilling out for a few moments. Just waiting on our guy. Just wanted to let you guys know that we are here and we are gonna rock the spot. We just a smidge behind. That's all.
That's it. I mean, we could chop it up because there's tons of stuff. There's tons of stuff to chop it up about. Like, what's good with this incompetent front office? Like, I thought I was told they was incompetent. That's the words that was used when discussion with me was had about them.
I might have said incompetent, but I do believe I used the word inept. I use the word inept more.
No, I wasn't even talking about you because I heard incompetent from others. But yes, you did use inept.
Yeah,
inept was a word that was used. Inept, incompetent.
All right. Have we made it yet though?
No. Anybody could claim foul after they made it. It's about viewing. It's about being able to view the transition. Can you pinpoint when we are on the course to making it?
Right. And so now you're talking about trending.
Which is what I was saying before. That word right there, people were jumping on my back. I was like, yo, like we're trending in the right direction.
Okay.
Cats is like, we losing games. Is like you don't get what I mean. We are trending still if you stand back and look at everything that's going on, as it's going on, like we are trending in the right direction. Even the fall is falling forward. Like there's something happening. It's something happening, bro. It's something, and it's not the same old Knicks thing. It's not the same old Knicks thing, bro. Cats have to see that, have to see it.
Yeah.
People crying and hemming and hawing about last season. That win total in that last season, that win total, us not making the playoffs, that win total was still the second highest win total in the last 8 years. The season that everybody want to kick Tibbs and Randall and everybody else out the window for, like, oh, like the Knicks is ruined. The second best in the last 8 years. We trending forward, we falling forward, we trending up. That's what's good.
I understand what you're saying. But I'm still cautiously optimistic.
Fair. And the Knicks deserve that. The Knicks deserve that because because we have been let down so many times before. As a fan, I understand that, and I even understand why certain fans like are jaded to the point that they don't see anything positive, only because like they're accustomed to the rug getting pulled out from under them. So it's like a defense mechanism. Like if I don't see nothing positive, then they can't get my hopes up, so they can't snatch this rug out from under me.
Right.
Like I'll be positive when we get a chip.
Right. No, or so so you heard me say it before, and I think I'm going to say it for the rest of the week. I think Donovan Mitchell, as a New York Knick at age 26, wins the NBA League MVP. Right. Right. And I think you was around when I said it this morning on the Knicks Morning Drive, when I mentioned that I was about to say Tim Thibodeau. Tim Thibodeau, that's his alias. That's the name he used at the club. You know what I'm saying? I'm Tim Thibodeau. But anyway.
Tim Thibodeau, that's his club name.
Yeah. But what I was getting to though is Tom Thibodeau in his first year with a superstar talent. Tom Thibodeau helps that player reach heights they have never seen before without Tom Thibodeau. Right? It just is. So yeah, man. Yeah, man. I don't know if our guy had something happen, man. So you want to just go ahead and rock and I just sit in his seat?
Yeah. Well, I hope it's nothing.
Yeah, man. I hope our guy's okay. All right, everybody. So we're gonna crank up Knicks Freestyle, right? Knicks Freestyle. Where is Bem? Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? I'm your main man, Uncle Freezy, the #1 Chief Rocket in Knicks universe, and you are watching Knicks Freestyle. I am joining the creator, the co-host, and co-producer of the joint, Freaky. What's good, boss?
What is good? Knicks is good. Knicks is good, right? Well, Knicks is good. My feelings about the Knicks.
Yeah.
My continued feelings about the Knicks. As soon as I decided to be a positive fan a few seasons ago, I'm gonna say this is about maybe 4 seasons in. I made an active decision to be a positive fan because I was a negative fan. I've seen good things. I've seen good things. And I started trying to be a positive fan around when we picked KP. I was at that draft and I booed. I booed with all the other Knicks fans in the Barclays. I booed.
Right.
Who is this kid? We don't know this guy. Who is this guy?
I remember beefing on you on Twitter. I was like, yo, we need to take that kid Emmanuel Mudiay. He the number one point guard coming out. You remember that? Boy, man, I was so wrong, bro.
No. Weren't we
I was so wrong, man. All right. Hey, Free Keith, let me get out your way. Let me get out your way and bring in the co-host, right? I'm gonna bring in the co-host. I'm gonna get out your way, and then y'all chop it up, man. Do y'all thing.
My guy.
Forgive me to the people
out here.
I got an 8:00 call for a business call. And the funny part is I didn't get no business from it, but I just wanted to be respectful though. He wanted to call and tell me at 8:00 why he didn't think my company was best for it. And I was going to cut it short, but I said, you know what? People know people who know people. So I was gracious. At 8:15, he tried to start another angle. And I said, you know what? My cousin, I'm doing a podcast with my cousin, because I'm a Sigma, you are Alpha, we cousins. So I technically ain't lie, right? So I said, I gotta go do a podcast with my cousin. I said, I'm sorry. I said, but I wanted to at least take your call. I said, please consider me for any future business. But we do understand that, you wanted somebody with a little bit more experience, even though you've been working with me for 15 years. You wanted somebody with a little bit more experience. I get it. Where are we? Where were we? We were, can I jump in with my monologue real quick?
Yeah, because that's where we are.
Because I just want to apologize for this morning for me. But what I was taught and probably start to grasp at the age of 35 was that when you have a relationship, it's about managing expectations. So last year, I had reasonable expectations. Y'all see me at the end of the year. I wasn't going crazy. I said, I thought we'd be. So I thought we missed the playoffs. I wanted a little lower draft pick. It was probably my only disappointment, but I knew without point guard play, we'd have a problem. So my expectations this offseason was to get Jalen, Brunson, and Mitchell Robinson. And I don't mean to be spoiled. But I knew that signing Jalen Brunson and bringing in Mitchell Robinson, although I did not like how this Brunson thing smelled. I didn't like how we hired his father and he really wanted to be here. And did we really look? Did we kick any other tires? Did we really look at Malcolm Brogdon? Case in point. Give me a sec. But case in point, because this is what you really want to respond to. Case in point. Did we really kick the tires on Mitchell Robinson? And I understand you can't tamper. I'm not suggesting Worldwide West or Leon Rose. We got them because they got relationships with people and they could get the back chats. I'm not suggesting that that's why they're here. And they couldn't figure out what was going to happen with Mitchell Robinson with Donovan Mitchell before we got to this point. I just, and maybe the plan is to, and, because I just want to give a shout out to some people. I heard Hardwell, I heard, oh my goodness. Why am I drawing blank on my boy? Oh my goodness. I'm podcasting.
Oh, Jay Boogie.
Jay Boogie. Oh my goodness. How am I drawing?
Jay Beasley.
That's Jay Boogie a little too much.
Jay Boogie with the hoodie.
Jay Boogie, not mine. So Jay Boogie, I hear y'all. Maybe this was the plan all the time. And if this was the plan, then you know what? Let's rock out. Let's get it done. And let's hope it works. But I do want to say I just expected to get Brunson and Mitchell Robinson. And I was okay with that. And I knew we would be a better team because of that. Because now we got to unleash RJ. There still needs to be an unleashing of RJ. In fact, I want to hold off on trades because if RJ becomes the second coming, now our whole situation is, I just feel like us going after Donovan Mitchell, we're in a position of desperation. I don't want to be dealing with Danny Ainge when he holds the keys to what it is that I want. That's just not a guy I want to be negotiating with. I don't trust him in the boardroom. But I have to listen to the owner of this network, the leader of this clique, and admit, yeah, Donovan Mitchell would probably be the best guard, one of the best guards to ever put on. He'd be very close up there with Walt Clyde, Frazier, and Earl Perlmutter. There's just no question about it.
Without question, he stays healthy like he's a Knick legend.
So I gotta chill out. I gotta cool my jets. I'm gonna have a nice segment on Jalen Brunson, because I just need to make sure we don't lose focus, because today I think what else made me uncomfortable is because the two things that I was comfortable about, I was comfortable getting Jalen Brunson, I was comfortable getting Mitchell Robinson, and today none of that was the discussion. It was just like, we gotta get Donovan Mitchell. We'll never have a team like this. And I'm just like, but we did put together decent little team that could go out, play some good basketball, and get to the basics. And every once in a while, you're going to see a young face. And every night, somebody young is probably going to do something really good. Like somebody under the age of 25 or age 25 is going to do that. When the last time we had?
I'm not an ageist, to tell you the truth. Like, I give a damn if these kids is young, like, or these guys. Like, youth is not an ability to me. I to tell you the truth, I prefer a more mature, seasoned player.
But this is a young man's league.
I dig it. When I say mature season, like, give me 25, 26. That's the time I want to see you. Like, I like all this youth nonsense, and like, they talk. Cats were talking about Frank, like RJ, like every guy we get. And the first thing they're like, oh, this person's only 19. They're only 21. Like, it's an ability. It's not an ability. You still got to play basketball. I don't care what you only. You only 19. Yeah, you only 19 and a subpar basketball player. You only 21. Doesn't absolve you from making your free throws. Like, it's not. Like, I really wish we could take that age part out of the conversation we constantly have.
And I don't disagree with that, Keith. But the fact of the matter is, basketball has always been sold on potential. Potential. So you can't. Everybody's and I think how many LeBron Jameses were there? Kobe Bryant wasn't even LeBron James. Kobe had a kind of rough start. If he even played at all. I got to get to the chat, too. Salute to the people. I'm going to get down to y'all in a sec, because I appreciate y'all so much. And so does Free Keith. And Freezy already shows y'all his appreciation by as much access as he gives you to this network. Keith, we really have to consider what the future holds, and we got something in front of us that I could buy a ticket to next year's team and not feel cheated. So I just want to, I don't know, I guess this is one of the closest. Well, first of all, I guess I am not being 100% real. When's the last time we had the same management 3 off season making 3 years of move? When's the last? This might be the longest Knicks tenure in a long daggone time. So
now, can we start being real? Can we start being real for real? Can all y'all put away y'all emotions and like start looking at the facts on the ground? Like, they only 2.5 years and they have a longer tenure than probably the last like 3-4 administrations.
And I don't want to see nobody get fired. I don't. I can't. If Tibbs pulls what he pulls last year, I can't defend him. What he did last year was unconscionable. It was undefendable, and it makes no sense. You can't just sit here and keep playing guys that management doesn't even want on the roster. Keith, I will say this: we did debate this last year. The disconnect between management and Tibbs could not have been any louder in the offseason when they shipped off Alec Burks.
I don't think that there was a disconnect. I think the disconnect came in what we what we thought we understood of the season. I think what we thought that season was not what they was intending it to be. I think Alec Burks was always leaving in the offseason. I think Noel was always shipping off and leaving in the offseason. I think their contracts were situated like that for that reason. I think that they wanted to give the youth, they wanted to work on the youth in the background and still had to play playable games, like still have a playable product.
But Keith, then how could I what you said, I respect. What you said made sense.
And this is only evidenced by I'm only using this as evidence. That development doesn't come out of nowhere. Do we agree on that?
No, you got to get minutes. Development comes from minutes and a process, a good controlled minutes.
Not just minutes that we see.
That's what I mean, the process. A controlled process.
Minutes, but they don't have to be minutes that we see. So I am evidencing my point based on the fact of the product in the kids that I saw at the end of the season. Somebody was working on them kids. Somebody was working on them. We don't want to give it credit.
Here's my thing, though.
I think that they have a system and plan, and they aren't telling it to us. And that's our question.
But here's my thing, though, Keith. The only problem I have with what you said, even though it made great sense and there was evidence, it was properly supported. Your position was properly supported. How can you, if you know you're going to possibly get rid of Alec Burks, and he's not in your long-range plans, how could you play him the amount of minutes you played him down the stretch in lieu of playing other players? And even if you just lost the game, you have a right to look to the NBA and say, I need to see what I got. I don't have to keep playing Alec Burks. It's not tanking. I don't have to keep sending out Alec Burks. He's not in our long-term plans. Why am I sending this man out to play point guard at 27 and 30 minutes a game, and he was the first thing you shipped off for a bag of peanuts to get salary cap space to sign Jalen Brunson? And you can't tell me Brunson was not always a liability. I mean, a viable option for this franchise.
I tend to agree with you. I feel like maybe there was another viable option, but here's the space that I leave in my mind. The space that I leave in my mind is that Tibbs has his own developmental plan. Like, and if that year was about some other plan, like, oh, he's trying to win games with the guys he can win games with, and in the background he's developing the other guys, I think that's what was going on. I'm not of the sort that like, because a guy doesn't play because a guy is not playing during the televised games, that he's not getting any growth. I'm not one of those dudes. And to me, what I saw when the kids got to take over the game take over the team towards the end of the season, it looked like some kind of development was going on. I know when we get emotional and we hate Tibbs and we hate X, Y, and Z, we don't want to give the devil his due, and we can't give a positive praise to somebody we already dislike, but somebody developed those boys. G.I., am I frozen or are you?
G.I.'s frozen.
G.I., you frozen.
Yeah, G.I. froze up, bro.
Froze up.
Hey, everybody.
That's what happened when the cold truth come out. Cats freeze up. But
here he is. Here he is right here, boss. Here he is.
Come on, G.I., we ain't done.
No, I don't know what's going on with the internet connection. But so no, I hear you. The thing is this, and I want to move on from the Donovan Mitchell thing and let it just progress. I do hope other teams get in the mix, so this price could get so ridiculous, just like with the Kevin Durant thing. You sign these players for these $200 million and you keep them. But I just want to make sure that we can put enough around them when all is said and done. And that's what the deal. What I was saying when I say the Carmelo Anthony thing, and it's a real conversation. Is this the Carmelo Anthony trade all over again? One side or the other. It's a real conversation. Now Freezy and team have great points as to why it's not. When I look at the Melo situation, though, it wasn't the fact that we went out and got Melo. Because you're right. After a couple of years, we didn't think about Danilo anymore. We didn't think about Wilson Chandler anymore. We didn't think about we didn't think about these guys. But what I do remember is us knowing that we got an elite scorer in Melo every night that does the game his way, and can we get enough players around him? And that's when the real conversation. Let's draw a line in the sand, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. That's when the real conversation became, can the Knicks attract free agents? Because there was free agents, if coupled with Melo, we became an Eastern region beast, an Eastern Conference beast. But those free agents never chose to come to New York or play with Melo. I don't want to see the same thing happen with Donovan Mitchell because remember, we'll have no draft capital. You won't be able to go to the.
Yes, we will. See, that's the beauty of it. Okay, I'm gonna let you finish because I got.
No, and I'm not cutting you off. I'm shutting you off. I know you're saying we got so much.
So I'm gonna stop.
I know you're saying we got so much, but you won't have your full complement of what you could have had. I'll leave it at that.
Now, I can understand. I can understand the urgency,
the angst.
Yeah. Also, like I can understand the angst, but I could also, in terms of like comparing this to the Melo situation, I could understand that. Like I feel like any trade of a star level talent is gonna ring close, or I should say, like ring a memory bell about that. I'm gonna say that if the team was in the situation that they are in now, asset wise, when we were trying to get Melo would have a chip right now. We have enough assets to send seven of the next 5 first round picks out, 7 of the next 5 years worth of first round picks out, and still have 4 first round picks. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got movement room.
Yeah, no, I don't feel like this is the Melo trade.
It's gonna sting.
Because
the thing.
No, it's gonna sting.
It's gonna
sting the Ainge.
But that sting is going to be just a regular sting that is going to cost you to get a high value talent, but you're still going to have talent to be able to put around him and room to be able to build around. So it's not, to me, I feel like this is a far Leon and company. And I guess if you want to give a salute to Mills, because I guess Mills all the way back to Phil, but Phil started the whole keep your picks. You know what I'm saying? Keeping the picks.
Started with Phil.
That got this ball rolling.
You know what? You brought up a good segue. Let's go over the stings. Let me give you mine. My number one sting is IQ. Because you can't find a team in the NBA that didn't have somebody come off the bench and play their style. IQ always plays his style night in, night out. Nobody stops IQ from his little herky-jerk dribbling all over the floor. Nobody stops him from finding an open spot in transition, stopping and jacking threes. Whether he makes them or not, I can only imagine this gym rat. From day one, they called him a gym rat. They wanted to disrespect him being a Jesus freak. They wanted to talk about all this stuff. Although he is the swaggy one, though. He seems to be the rock star of the team, I'm hearing.
Yeah, I kind of like. I don't know how much I like that though, but
I'm hearing he's the rock star of the team.
Yeah, you see the pictures. Yeah. Once he started doing the post games with sunglasses on, I was like, Come on, IQ. Who got to you?
So, and maybe, you know, this is, you know, you don't understand what it's like to grow up in the church. You know, sometimes, you know, you get out a little bit, but let's see. I'm keeping the blood of Jesus over the young man.
Yeah,
is what I'm
do
doing.
that.
Right?
Let's do that.
I'm keeping the blood of Jesus over.
Prayer.
But IQ's the number one for me because I am looking to build a championship caliber team. The number two thing for me, it's got to be RJ. Got to be RJ because my expectation next year, what I thought in bringing in Brunson and re-signing Mitchell, I honestly thought they was gonna go get a tough three for the defense on Kevin Durant and Middleton and LeBron, and I could go on and on and on, right? Even though I think Julius sticks LeBron. So LeBron comes off that list now because LeBron doesn't have the speed he has. But RJ, I wanted to see what RJ was going to become next year with somebody who could dribble the basketball and get it to him and not just throw it to him and get out the way. Throw it to him. No, RJ, I'm going to hold this thing. What you want to do? You want to back him down? Let's go. Let's go back him down. I'm going to walk this door. You go back him down. And start getting it to where now he can use his size, one dribble, his aggression. He ain't got his shit too much. He by the rim. Now he can be an aggressive RJ, grown man RJ. Because that's RJ's game. The closer you keep that man to the rim, the closer he gonna be because he's gonna finish strong. He ain't gonna dunk on you, but he's always been a grown man.
He gotta get that layup efficiency down though. I mean,
listen, one of the two. He either got to get his layup efficiency up or his free throw percentage up. To be an all-star, he's got to get both up. To be a max player, he's got to get both up. I was interested in seeing the progress of RJ becoming a max player next year.
If that was
RJ will not be a max player on the New York Knicks. Let's be perfectly clear. If Spider comes here, it's not about RJ being a max player on the New York Knicks.
Spider comes here, it's Spider's team. His team. Period. Hands down. And trust me, fans will fall in line.
Number 3 for me, I'm stuck between Grimes and Obi. I'll say both because they both show flashes of upside, and unless they get minutes, you don't know what neither would be. Grimes was in position to get more minutes than Obi this year, just naturally, because he got more minutes than Obi last year. But I don't know. But Grimes and Obi would be 3 and 4 for me. After that, am I missing anybody? McBride, I love him. You know, but I'm not worried if McBride goes.
Yeah, I'm McBride could go. I like to keep nothing against him, but I'm not. He could go.
And I can't get lucky enough for them to take back a Fournier. I can't get lucky enough for them to take back a Julius Randle. I can't get lucky enough for them to take back a who else am I? Keith, I can't get lucky enough for them to take back some of them contracts that we would love to move. So it's got to be the young players in the picks. So when you talk about the sting, that's the sting. And IQ would hurt for me. Because what Spider gives you in the starting lineup, IQ is going to one day give you off the bench. There's no question in my mind that IQ is not going to absolutely be a beast. And he's going to be one of the players they talk about. How was this guy drafted? Number 21, number 22, whatever number he was drafted in the first round of the NBA draft. You want to hop in here? Or you want me to keep cooking?
Yeah, no, go ahead, keep cooking. I got to plug in these lights. My fault.
So my next thoughts have been around just clearly Jalen Brunson. Maybe I'm missing the content creators. Or I'm cooking now, Keith. You gotta let I'm cooking.
Oh, go ahead.
All right, I'm just letting you know I'm.
Go ahead.
No problem. I haven't heard too many content creators, too many analysts. I haven't heard anybody talk about if Julius Randle allows this man to be a lead point guard, to be a lead guard, like he was in the playoffs when he dropped 41. Like every other lead guard, like John Moran is, like every other lead guard in the league who has other 20-point scorers on the team. If we allow Jalen Brunson to really do his thing, he will give you all-star like numbers. Whether folks will believe in him, whether folks will believe in him and vote him to the all-star game, I'm not saying that. I'm telling you he will finish top 10 NBA point guards next year if given the opportunity to lead Julius Randle, to lead RJ Barrett, to lead Mitchell Robinson, to lead Fournier. I promise you, which is why this is my strongest take to why I'm against Spider. My absolute strongest take. It's because I want Brunson to absolutely get an opportunity to be great. Do you understand what happens next year? If Brunson is just great, we haven't spent any draft capital. This team looks like it's one player away. We ain't trading nothing away. We're going to keep kicking y'all butt with all these draft picks. Y'all going to start singing, holy smokes, look at the Knicks. Look what they got. Look at that's still a young team. They haven't overspent for anybody. They don't have no supermax contracts. Why can't we get that hype one time? Why can't we be that? Why do we need to hit a home? Sometimes you keep laying down singles, and 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 sometimes you steal a bag. Every once in a while you sneak in the bunt. Before you knew it, you done crossed the bags. You done moved the runners. Everything going in the right direction. I just don't understand why the need to hit a home run with the player who has not won an NBA championship that's not 6'9" inside. Pause, by the way. Pause. I'm shutting up, bro.
Yeah. To me, the whole I'm on the fence about the whole Spider thing. I'd love for us to get a star talent of that caliber on the squad. I'm confident that I think that I say there's a possibility that we got some of that cooking in-house. That's cool. That's a possibility. It's fine. The fact that Spider is 25 years old and Brunson is 25, 26. And even Randall is in that same
Hey,
age.
Free Keith, they the same age. Both will be 26 when the season starts.
See, I like that. I do. You throw, and I know we hate.
Please, I love when you do that magic. Yeah,
He just hop in. He just hop in like Yoda.
He like Andrew Gunling from the Michael K show. He just show up out of nowhere. You're like, where'd he come from?
You're like, actually, it's
Michael, we just did the research team just said. So they ain't no Freezy had personality and he's a geek. They thought I'm the ghetto intellect.
But yeah, I do think, to your point, that Randall is an X factor Randall's an X factor in us being a really good team next season if he's going to be here. Because if Randall falls in line, we got a very powerful, or I should say, Brunson has a very powerful weapon. And but conversely, those to me are all like, they're possibilities, they're probabilities. Even you could put them as high probabilities or whatever, but I know if we picked up a Donovan Mitchell, we got a Brunson at the 1. Although one can make the argument about them being smaller guards, and that being a very small backcourt, I think that really the offensive punch that a talent like Spider would offer offsets that or trumps that a little bit. I don't think that we really. I think everything that comes down to the decision or whether Spider is a good get is how much he'll cost us and who he will cost us. If it's a bunch of picks, I don't mind throwing. Look, he's 25. If we get 6 years of useful life out of him, I don't mind trading. I don't mind giving up all those picks because they're not going to be they're all going to be late first that don't get played anyway. Go ahead and trade those picks. If we could create a deal that's more pick heavy than physical, than talent heavy, I'm with it. I'm with it all day. Whoever we lose is going to sting, but I could tolerate losing. Like, whose position is he taking when he comes here?
Fournier.
Fournier out the door. Excellent. No, I'm saying like that. He's not taking that for Ames is not taking that Fournier contract. Hey, look, I appreciate Fournier actually. Like, I think that he's the best volume. He's the best volume 3-point shooter on the team, and I think that'll actually. And he's a system player. I feel like that'll be better for us. Like he can be a tool for us. I'm not. So it's not like
IQ in that second unit would be deadly.
Yes, this is what I'm saying. Like, I feel like Fournier is definitely still like cats looking down their nose at Fournier. Like he didn't just beat our 3-point record in damn near half a season in the lost season. He didn't get hot until after the All-Star game. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's value to that on an actual good team. There's value to that. Like, we could use a dead eye.
Yeah, I don't. Oh yeah, I was about to say I don't think Utah is going to be a good team though next year.
No. I'm just talking about even us. Like, there's value to having a dead eye 3-point shooter.
Danny Ainge is tanking for that kid. He's tanking for that kid from France. In Utah, they love him out there in Utah.
Excellent, and Utah can have him. Utah can have him. But all I'm saying, if we can make it, if there's a deal out there that's crafted and it's more pick heavy, and say like we only have to lose damn it, I hate to say IQ, you know what I'm saying, IQ Fournier and maybe one other guy. I can't say that I'm mad at that. Like, I can't say that I wouldn't pull the trigger. Donovan's a talent, and he's young, and he's a very, very, very good basketball player. And that's a star that wants to be here. That's an oddity in this league, bro. Oddity.
And Phil Jackson better not show his face at all right now. This is not the time for him to be showing his face when you could have just drafted this man for us. So I'm gonna be honest. Phil Jackson didn't save us no draft picks. Because if we feel like Donovan Mitchell is the player New York Knicks must go and get right now at any cost, then Phil Jackson cost us all the draft picks he saved because we have to use mega draft picks to go and get them.
Fact.
So
actually,
Phil Jackson, this is your legacy right here, right now.
actually, if your boy Leon didn't start collecting more, we wouldn't have enough in the chest to actually be able to trade some and still have some left over.
That's a great point. That's a great point.
And I'm not in the camp positive as I am on as up as I am on the front office. I'm not in the camp where I feel like they did this on like they planned, they knew that Donovan Mitchell was gonna be made available. Now I do not think they knew that, but I think they did a very good job of being prepared for a deal if one materialized for anyone.
I assume all those protected picks because if the odds on, I mean, you got to play the odds. We have too many protected picks to think that we're going to hit on all of them, and we never get lucky in the draft. So I believe the protected picks is what we'll get left behind with if we have any picks, and I just hope and pray a couple of them pop. But the trade for me that stings the least.
Mm-hmm.
It's Obi Toppin, Cam Reddish, and 5 first-round draft picks.
Wait, say it again?
Obi Toppin, Cam Reddish, and 5 first-round draft picks.
I'm doing it.
That stings the least for me. That 5 is a big number, though. Thank God your boy had 8.
Nah, but again, though, you got to make – see, here's the thing. The contract, though, like the money got to work. I don't think that's enough money. That's not enough money. But we throw. Are they taking Fournier? Can we throw Fournier in there to make the dollars work or something like that? But like that's not enough dollars.
If that's not enough dollars, then we need to walk away from this.
Nah, somebody with a longer paycheck got to jump in there. That's what I'm saying. Fournier is going to be part of that deal. Or Randall, somebody got to have like. There needs to be.
If you're right, I'm okay losing Fournier.
I'm not mad. Like I like Fournier, but I would not be mad.
That won't sting as much. And plus, we got to get some of that salary off the book. So.
And not only that, like that's the position that he's. That's be the position he's taking.
Well, boy, if Randall was to go, I'd be a happy camp.
Several of y'all would be happy, but I think that would be. I think y'all will quickly realize that was a mistake, but whatever. I think that we really are. Like I said, we're suffering from mismanaged expectations, and I would encourage everyone to extend their patience out into this season. It hasn't even started yet, but I think we're in for some surprises.
I will say, this has got to be the most exciting offseason for the Knicks in 25 years. The offseason started on July 1st. You got nothing but bad news out of Brooklyn. No team landed any mega free agent. Nobody. Brunson was one of the top free agents this offseason, and we landed one. We made moves on draft night to do it. Now, Bonchero looks good. Chet Holmgren is going to be some conversation piece. And Jabari Smith looks like he could be the second coming to Kevin Durant. So those teams.
So it seems we haven't played any real NBA games yet, but
he moves well on the court.
That tall boy,
he moves well on the court.
Yeah, and he got good court vision.
Moves well on the court. So it becomes those 3 teams you could say hit home runs. But this was pretty much a quiet offseason to where on the 13th you're still the Knicks re-signed their own Mitchell Robinson, which many of us didn't think we had to do. Unfortunately, we had to overpay. If I'm Dolan, I say, by the way, if y'all go to this kid and figure this out 2 years ago, I can have this kid for 4 years, $55 million. I don't understand how I just give the kid 4 years, $70 million, $75 million. I forget what it is. Either way, another $4 million a year that ended up being $16 million that I could have got the kid cheaper. So Dolan should be having some conversation with some people about that. But this has been one of the best off seasons we've had in 20 plus years, and still in the conversation. I think that means we'll still be active at the trade deadline. We're still a team at the trade deadline. I just want to hold out for that 6'9" player, man. If you add that 6'9" player to this team, that wing that could play a true 3, man, listen. Let me give some shout outs for tonight, Keith, because that chat lit.
Oh, yeah, we only got, quick before we got it.
Yeah, chat lit. JJ Homer, salute. Hold on, I can make these bigger. Rodolfo Isery, Shammy White, Allah Wise, Bodega Wildfire. See Sammy White again, see Bodega. Savage NYC.
Salute.
Bud's nice. I appreciate you so much. That's our guy. Kaiser still say 7 quiet money, my guy. Mr. Wolf, what it do? Don P914. Yeah. Devon Fisher.
Salute to Bodega.
I see some cats. Almighty Finesse. Real King in the building. Yeah, we got some infamous new king. Always around. Dave N, what it do? Kanal Ban Lawa. I know some of y'all got troll names, and I'm probably just playing myself. Real name MacIver, always appreciate you. Jerry Fitz, Snipes Entertainment, Big Mike, what it do? Q Hicks. Yeah. JJ, Q Hicks, that's a called out Q Hicks. D Public Enemy #1. 5-0 set. And I got some Johnny Davis. Yo, Cayenne Pepper. What it do? Gang, boy. Gang. Moochie the Cypher. Eddie C. Nick Ewing. Eddie C, what it do? I see now. It don't always connect with me. Agent Super Argo.
And don't let this man.
Bricks Nation, what it do? Bo Ishmael. It's mad people in here showing crazy.
Yo, Sonny, we got mad love today.
Rapper Stone. It's lit. Margaret Edwards, what it do, mama? Eddie F. We got an Eddie F and an Eddie C. I'm sure it's people. I'm getting towards the end now. Yakuba A. Rise. Oh, boy. We're getting there. D'Angelo, what it do? Appreciate you. Yo, by the way, let me say this. And I think I got everybody. Let me say this. As the Knicks get better, this competition for the Knicks viewership in the space gonna get real. Man, we told you this 2 years ago. If the Knicks stay on this trajectory and we keep having RJs, keep coming back talking about OBs or RJs, IQs, things we stole in the draft, we steal a couple more pieces, then we get excited about Grimes and Sims. I forgot about Sims. You know, I want to let you know this network. Bro, this network, the Blanche Cheers Network. I want to state what it is, especially about this show, the Knicks Freestyle. It's the authenticity that separates. We ain't no company lines here. It ain't about, I don't get along with him, so he comes in there and challenge my takes. And he overtalks me. Now, we don't, man. Listen. None of that goofiness goes on over here. Smart takes rise to the top. if you throw something out there and see if it stick against the wall and it slide down like a flapjack, you're on your own. Ain't no life jackets over here. Ain't no savior. In fact, probably gonna laugh a little bit at you. And Freezy probably gonna say, "Yeah, that was just dumb, bro. That was just dumb. That was just dumb." And you interrupt the people to say that. But man, that's why I like sitting over here with these smart people. And today they had me frustrated a little bit, and I got flustered, and I was losing my cool because, yo, you just don't know. It's just so high paced, man. You gotta stay on your game over here. You gotta watch the Knicks. You gotta analyze the Knicks. You need to look at high level analytics and bring your game to the table over here. This is where authenticity lies. The Blondes Tier Network.
Bim.
The Knicks Freestyle.
He lives.
This is what we do.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Y'all ready to wrap up?
Well, I could talk this Knicks talk all night, yo. I'm very excited about my guys, but like, you know what I'm saying? It's family time now.
Oh, for sure. For sure. All right, y'all. Y'all want me to wrap up? Thank y'all for watching.
Yo, thank you guys for being there, for listening to our rants and giving us some semblance of a platform to talk this Knicks talk. Well, I appreciate you to the core of my being.
These dudes got the dopest logo in the game.
In the business.
The dopest logo in the game. We need to get some merch for y'all or something, man. Sell some shirts or something.
Yo,
the dopest logo in the game.
Right here, I could use that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. All right. Well, guys and gals, make sure y'all tune in for the Knicks at Night podcast tonight. Vibes and stuff live tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. The Knicks Morning Drive tomorrow at 10 a.m. We'll see y'all later. Peace.
Peace.